Welcome back, friends, and gather round for episode 22 of Simply Walking into Mordor. As always, my name is Nauglir, and a very special welcome to you if this is your first time watching with us. Hopefully you can see here we are at the Skirmish camp outside Ostgaruth, hanging out with the Curiosities vendor, and I think the Legendary Items trainer. Let's check that I was right. Yes, we are. We're just hanging around the fire here, listening to some lovely flute playing, before we get our skirmish underway. I said last episode that we would showcase the skirmish we unlocked at level 25 this episode, and so here we are, true to my word, we are ready to go with this skirmish. We're just taking a bit of a break from our normal questing, and we're going to have a look at this skirmish. But first, let's quickly check.
How may I help you?
You might be able to help us very much indeed, because we have unlocked a personal slot of our skirmish traits. And it looks like next level we will get another training slot, which will be very helpful. But for now, we have a personal slot, and so we should definitely train up a personal slot to use. And I think definitely the best choice for us will be this physical mastery bonus. As you should remember, physical mastery increases our damage by a percentage. So we see here our physical mastery currently increases our physical melee attacks by 26.2%. And with this increase, we will get a little bonus to that. Not huge, but it's worth getting it. Worth getting it to give us that little extra bonus in our skirmishes. Now, also, we've got all our skills at level 5 currently. I think we'll level them all up to 7, and that should give us a good amount of strength to work with in these skirmishes, especially for our soldier. So let's just level all those skills up by 2. Let's just show only earned traits. Give our herbalist a bit extra healing potential, and we can get right underway. All right, that looks good. Let's quickly slot that in. Lead the way, giving us a 516 physical mastery rating bonus, and that I think that that's a decent amount. That's 20 to 25% increase on top of what we've got, which will be very helpful for us in the long run. Now, there's one more thing to check just before we go in, and that is there any armor here that is better for us? We might have to wait till next level, because some of this could be quite good, although it's not looking like it at the moment. That's pretty good. What about this purple stuff? This is where usually you find the best things, but even that, not looking that good at all. Hopefully this... No. Vitality, not might. That's not very helpful for us at all. Well, guess we're not going to reap the benefits of that. Definitely not replacing our sword. We might replace our bow, though. If we can find... Where is the weapons trader? Over there. Right over there. Alright.
Is there something I can do for you?
Where are we? Level 23. That bow has better DPS. Let's see if there's a purple one to use. Doesn't look like it. That's unusual. But better DPS, better crit rating, less vitality though. Let's see, I think we might... Yeah, we might wait for that one. Although it has worse crit rating. I wonder why. That seems so pointless to me. Why are the level 23 ones better than the level 27 ones? And they're... Yeah, that's real weird. Okay, never mind. We are going to just get straight into it. Get straight into this skirmish, and so, without further ado, let's launch the skirmish. So we're looking down here, skirmish. It's a defensive skirmish. We've done all these 3 so far. Standard Amon Sul is what we'll be running. Level 27, tier 1, size 1, and we are good to go. Let's launch this, getting 105% mark because we're running it a level above. Let's travel now.
Not long ago, a great battle was fought upon the peak of Weathertop between Gandalf the Grey and the Nine. Evil has been drawn to Amon Sul, where the ranger Candaith seeks to hold the hill for the rangers of the north.
So there we go. Here we are, Amon Sul, the top of Weathertop. And this is where, as the voiceover lady, I think that's Galadriel, kindly told us that there was a great battle fought here between Gandalf and the 9 Nazgul. Of course, that's mentioned in the books. The hobbits and Strider see it from afar, but it's never explicitly told in detail. And so, as a result of that battle, apparently, evil has been drawn to Amon Sul, and the ranger Candaith over here, which we will meet in a few episodes down the line, or maybe next episode we'll meet him. he is holding the hill for the Rangers of the North. So we're going to call our herbalist to help us and speak to Candaith to begin the skirmish. As similar to Siege of Gondomar, this is a defensive skirmish, so we will be holding this point, defending Candaith. Make sure Candaith must survive, as you can see here, and we'll have various assaults of enemies with encounters and lieutenants splattered through them. So let's continue the quest. The enemy has begun to march. Now, the special kind of mechanic in standard Amon Sul are these campfires here. These campfires give a AoE buff, area of effect buff, a benefit to us. As we can see, which we might not be able to see at the moment, they will give us an increase to our attack damage. See, Candaith has got it on him. There's a overall negative of 100% damage, so without these fires, we cannot do anything here. I wonder why it's not showing up on us right this second. I might have to check that off. We've got some pale, malignant dreads attacking us. Candaith's a pretty powerful archer, so he can take them out from afar. But yes, standing in here should be the best. I'm just going to quickly check the option here. Doesn't look like... I wonder why we're not getting that applied to us. Candaith definitely has it on him. Herbalist doesn't seem to. That's interesting. Alright, well, we've got the Stormkeeper here. I think we've encountered them before. Let's get Battle Frenzy up and get some real damage going. It seems that the enemies in this skirmish have been quite spread out, so we haven't had much of an opportunity to use our AoE attacks on the enemies here. Candaith took down that white for us. Very helpful. Alright, and standing in here defending the center campfires. Now, it is usually very important to keep the campfires lit because of that massive debuff that you do receive from them. But it looks like these dreads are just staying still, which doesn't seem like normal to them. Okay, here they come. That's a bit weird. Wonder what's going on. Maybe we're experiencing a bit of lag. That's alright. Yeah, it does seem that the case. Alright, hopefully it passes soon. Looks like we're getting underway now. It's not good. Getting a bit of loss there. Sometimes the servers talking all the way to Australia are a bit dodgy. Okay, see, this is what I was talking about. The mechanic for standard Amon Sul, these campfires burn out. Now, it might be the fact that I'm running it as a solo skirmish that we don't have that debuff applied to us. But basically, every so often we've got to run around and light these campfires once more and make sure they don't go out. So let's quickly help Candaith fight off this lieutenant and these enemies. We don't want to let Candaith die. It looks like they've all gathered up for us nice and quickly. That's the first Bearer of Blight we've defeated. So, Bearer of Blight, so I'll just quickly explain, they just give diseases and poisons, and they give a lot of AoE debuffs. They're fine to kill first, last, doesn't really matter. Just make sure you do kill them. They're not too much of a worry. They're one of the weaker lieutenants. Okay, it sounds like we've got an encounter as well. And over here we have Lame Ben, the Gaunt Lord. So we're going to deal with him, bring him into the fray, because out here, I'm thinking maybe only in higher levels of difficulty, we do get that debuff further out. We'll bring him into the middle, make sure we're getting as many campfire bonuses as we can, and bring down these enemies. Pale Trapper, that's the first Pale Trapper we've slain as well. Getting lots of new lieutenants to slay. And this is... looks like there's a bit of lag that we're experiencing. Hopefully it's not too jarring to watch. But it is a bit jarring to play in, I guess. We'll see, hopefully it'll fix itself. Alright, yes, the Pale Trappers, they're just quick little goblins that'll root people in place. So they're not too much of a worry. Again, just like the Bearer of Flight, doesn't really matter when you kill them. Just make sure you get them down. But yeah, they're one of the easier lieutenants to deal with. Alright, bringing these weak enemies down. That's interesting. I'm wondering why we don't have this debuff on us. Usually, you will experience debuffs when standing outside, but it looks like in solo tier 1, we're not having to worry about that at all. Let's just let them all burn out and see how that affects our damage at all. Yes, definitely. Usually you would need to light all these campfires lit, keep them all lit. And in bigger groups, you usually have someone who is explicitly, their whole job is to bring them all down. Forestborn Reaver Slayer, that's our first Forestborn Reaver, new lieutenant. They pretty much just do a bunch of damage to the group, and so they are weak to fire damage. You can bring them down that way. We finished the first assault. We're going to get ready for the second. Looks like that lag seems to have passed, so hopefully it will not return. Alright, here they come again. The assault is rejoined. And we've got some weak enemies to deal with on the way in. So we keep using Battle Frenzy to keep our fervor nice and high. These guys just don't like to run into the center. Just come on in. I'm very willing to fight you. Just come in. We can all have a party together. We've got another Deathmonger. Or our first Deathmonger for this skirmish, but we have encountered these before. These, of course, resurrect enemies, so very important to kill them first up. If I can hit him at all. There we go. Okay, use a Raging Blade there. Hopefully get his health down a lot. There we go. That's very good. Alright. Brought that Deathmonger down with ease. Here we go on these just normal mobs now. Looks like Candaith has been affected indeed by the lack of campfires, but we seem to be going absolutely fine, so I guess we won't bother lighting the campfires in this run of standard Amon Sul, but definitely at higher levels you do experience that debuff, or as I said, at higher difficulty levels, so higher group size or higher tier, you do experience that debuff. So I'm not sure quite what's going on there, but I guess we'll just take the bonus and, you know, deal with it as we go. Okay, we've got these wights to deal with, and these kind of spirit ghost things as we deal with this second assault. So many S's in this skirmish episode. Sorry if that's hurting your ears or anything like that. Sometimes S's can be a bit harsh on the microphone. That's alright. Alright. There we go, these skeletons. More S's, man. Alright. So Candaith is looking absolutely fine. He's a bit low on power, but that's alright. What can you do? Yeah, it's a bit low on power. So we've got a Defender of the Vile, increasing the defenses of the enemies. Doesn't really matter to us, but usually you do focus these guys down first. And then, yeah, bring them down. But we are AoE, so we're just going to be bringing those guys down all at the same time, regardless of how we fight. We've got two archers here. What a bad wave to get. We can't fight them together. That's alright. Let's just challenge this guy so he's not attacking Candaith. And just an easy way. Still waiting on our second encounter, Skirmish. We should be finding that either in this assault or the next, but it shouldn't be too far away. We've done one, of course, and I think there are 6 or 7 encounters to do. Oh, we've got 9 encounters to do in Amon Sul, so we might grind that out a bit later. Trying to do this at different sizes and at different difficulty levels to make it a bit more interesting. Yeah, this is not most people's favorite skirmish. The campfires is a bit annoying. While it is a kind of cool mechanic to keep the darkness at bay, people don't usually enjoy it that much, and so tend not to run this one as much unless they need some specific gear from this skirmish. At the higher levels, each skirmish does give you a different piece of gear, so people run specific skirmishes looking for specific pieces of gear in some cases, but yeah, most people won't run standard Amon Sul. It is a defensive one. They're less popular by default just because of the time argument, but yeah, most people will tend to run the offensive ones, and standard Amon Sul with campfires and being defensive, not the most popular of all the skirmishes. So let's bring the fight to these spirits up close, and while they're together, let's get a Raging Blade off. Get a lot of damage into both of them. And bring them down with ease. Alright. Hopefully we'll get an encounter in this third assault. Got a Shepherd of Filth here. You remember he calls all the little crawlers to come and inhibit our abilities. Hopefully we can catch all of them in a rend. There we go. Oh, one of them evaded us, so we've got that debuff there. This one's just hanging out here. Oh, we've completed Shepherd of Filth Slayer. That's our 5th one destroyed. That means we get a bonus of 50 marks, and after we've killed 50 more, we'll get 500 marks. There we go. So we've got Filth Crawler Goo Tier 2. Minus 20% run duration, plus 20% all skill inductions, and plus 60% attack duration. It is a really annoying debuff to have. I think we might have a bit more of this lag happening. Not good at all. Sorry about this, guys. Nothing really I can do about it. I guess, yeah, there's not much I can do other than to just record and kind of endure the pain of the lag. Hopefully it's not too bad. Alright, hopefully he'll die from something. I don't know what. Shoot him. There we go. Should be dead after that. There we go. The experience finally came to us. This lag is quite atrocious. Alright. Bringing this bat down with... Oh, there we go. The lag stopped just in time for a Raging Blade. Alright. What have we got now? Got a Forestborn Reaver. Again, nothing too fancy with him. To bring him down. He looks scary, but he's really nothing too much to worry about. Completed Rip to Shreds. There you go. Completed a deed. I wonder what that was for. That's a class deed. That's exciting. Let's give it a check. Ah, yes. Use Rend, Brutal Strikes, or Bracing Attack. 250 out of 250. Done and dusted. So that'll be very helpful for us on the way to getting more class trait points. And it looks like, yeah, it was already part of a tier that we'd done so far. So now we just need to complete Wild Thing, which we are very close to doing. One more critical hit with Wild Attack, and we will have unlocked another trait point for ourselves. That's exciting. Better use Wild Attack a bunch of times now. See if we can get a critical hit off with it. And unlock that trait point. There we go. That should be it. Wild Thing completed. Completed class deeds tier 2. And as soon as we finish this skirmish, actually let's just do it right now. Let's chuck in a point into our next tier of traits. Actually, let's look at that after that. We've got an encounter I've seen. So let's just go and run and collect him. Looks like it's an archer. And it looks like he is not the real issue. So we are just going to defeat this weak level enemy. And here we go. We've found the actual owner of the bow. So let's lead him into the center so he can join the fight with Candaith. Not let him die on his own. Alrighty. So we've got Gwundir, this encounter, and this will be the second and last one for the skirmish, I believe. Finishing it off soon. Yes, Gwundir has fallen to our mighty blow. Very good indeed. Alright, who have we got now? We've got some skeletons. Alright, bring them down quickly. Okay, I think we're nearing the end of the third assault. We will get to that trait point, guys. I just want to have the time to explain the next tier of traits that we're looking at. So I didn't really want to do it while we're in here. With enemies pressing on all sides, although the lag is giving us a very long time to deal with anything. So sorry for that annoyance, guys. It is a bit frustrating, but hopefully it'll be gone soon. Can we get Merciful Strike off? Come on, bring him down. I want to hit him big. There we go. And bang! Okay, the third assault has been repelled. The Kargul now enters. And for those of you wondering, Kargul, they're kind of like Nazgul. As you can see here, he looks pretty similar. If you remember, we have actually encountered a Kargul before. Amdir, who we encountered in the book 1 of volume 1. Amdir turned into a Kargul. So we have seen them before. But yes, we are dealing with a Kargul now. They're like Nazgul, but a bit lesser. So they're not blessed with a Ring of Man by Sauron. They don't have a ring of power. But they have been corrupted by a Morgul blade, and they have turned into a wraith, not living in the world of the not living in the world of the living, but existing in the void, and only being a physical apparition in this world by dark powers. So these are servants of Sauron, and you often see them wearing red robes instead of black ones. Oh my, there's lots of enemies back here. This is this was unexpected. I did not see all these guys come in, but easily will fall to our blade. There we go, we've done it. We've got ourselves a nice experience bonus. Let's collect our bounty off the Cargill, Nauglir, and we will finish off the skirmish. Look at that, daylight has come out, and it looks a lot less threatening up here. Very good. Okay, we've finished the skirmish. So we will travel back to Osgiliath as soon as we will go there. Come on. Come on, game. Yep. You know. There we go. Okay. Oh, LotRO. You never cease to entertain. Alright, we finished our skirmish. We've got a decent amount of the way through to level 27. We won't be hitting level 27 today, guys. But just before we finish up today, we have finished our skirmish. Just before we finish up completely, I just wanted to share a couple of things with you guys. Some of you will know, some of you might not. But there's some exciting news that has happened to the channel since I last recorded. And that is that we got featured on the LotRO Beacon, which is very exciting. If you don't know what that is, it's the community newsletter that gets put out by the team at Standing Stone Games each and every week. And we got featured in the, I think, the fan page section. And they put a link to the playlist to the channel. So if you're here watching because you saw us on the Beacon, then welcome, special welcome to you. And thanks for watching. Glad that you could join us. So yeah, that's some exciting news for us. Also, a bit of update news with the series. I've been chatting with a couple of people about the Epic story. If you remember a couple of episodes ago, I mentioned that I wouldn't be doing Volume 1 of the Epic in detail, but I have since changed my mind. A lot of mind changes over the time, but I promise you this is the path we'll be taking from now on. So here's the plan, guys. This is what we're doing. We're going to focus on the Epic story. We're going to make sure we do every single chapter of the Epic story all the way through. And the reason I decided to do that, let's just go for a bit of a wander around Osgiliath while we talk. The reason I decided to go for that route was I was thinking about making a series that was completely devoted just to the Epic story, editing it all together so you'd get the whole experience in one go. And that's still a possibility, but I figured it would be a lot of extra work but not much extra benefit, because it's pretty easy and almost necessary to do all of Volume 2, all of Volume 3, and all of Volume 4 in any character that you played. So I figured I'm going to be doing all those 3 with Nauglir anyway, so we might as well get the full experience and do Volume 1 as well. So what we've decided to do is we're going to go back in the next couple of episodes. We're going to go back to the start of Book 2, which will be a bit low for our level, but that's all right. We'll catch up to where we are, and Book 3 starts here in Osgiliath. So we'll do Book 2 over the next couple of episodes, maybe just 1 or 2, not sure how long it'll take. We'll do those, and then we will begin Book 3 with Frederick the Elder here, and continue doing that alongside our normal questing. So what are we going to do with our questing? Well, as you know, we're going to be featuring those skirmishes. We might be featuring some other instances along the way as well with some friends. But then, other than that, we're just going to be questing around in places like this in Osgiliath and as we go up, just to level up. So we're not really going to be very completionist in that way. We are still going to advance as quickly as possible, but I do want to spend the time to focus on the Epic story. It is really well written. I think you'll really enjoy it. I'll enjoy playing through it again. I've only done it a couple of times a long time ago, so I'll enjoy playing through it. And yeah, so I hope that is an exciting route for you guys. I'm sure it'll be fun to play it through, and so I hope you're looking forward to it. That's what I've figured out doing. If you have any feedback or thoughts on that plan, please do let me know in the comment section down below. But for now, guys, sorry, my voice is a bit croaky. But for now, guys, that is going to be all for today. Thank you so much for watching the video. If you did enjoy, please do leave a like. Yeah, if you have any feedback about that plan for the video, chuck a comment down in the comment section below. If you're new, hit that subscribe button for daily updates to this series, and maybe sneak peek, hopefully, for some more series to come very soon. So, as always, guys, it has been a pleasure playing with you. This is Nauglir here, and I will see you tomorrow.